Balls on this prick.
Hey! What's the matter with them? That's right, they're shrinking. How are you, folks? It's Monday again. When isn't it, huh? I gotta tell you, I lay on my couch so much I'm embarrassed. Can't help it. Sports freak. Can't help it. Too old to play them, so I watch them. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Playoff baseball it's as good as anything, man, except NHL hockey play. But I mean, college football, we'll get to that. We're actually going to do a segment on it. It was so crazy this weekend. Yes, NFL, college football, playoff baseball, NHL starts this week, I think. I know the Bruins kick off at Florida, defending champions. And anyhow, I digress. Not to mention UFC, by the way. UFC. They were in Salt Lake City, and I got to be honest, the fights weren't that good. The crowd was booing. They get impatient, some crowds, but the crowd was booing at like four of them. There was a lot of up against the fence, nothing. But the last one was the big one was worth it. Oh, Roundtree, was that his name? Please tell me that was right. Roundtree. Got beat by Pereira in they were bashing the crap out of each other, but Pereira's a bad man. Anyways, let's get to it. You guys don't like that type of stuff. Let's get to some golf news. Yay. How about me turning this on, remembering that once? Da-da-da-da. As you know, or as you may not know, before I get to that, real quick update on, Florida just got, North Carolina destroyed like I've never seen. Scary. And Florida get hit real hard, right? There's another one on its way. It's going to be there on Wednesday called Milton. It just went from a 2 to a 4, category 4, heading towards the Tampa area. There's a theory out there that the government can now, and I don't want to seem nuts, but every time I laugh at Alex Jones, he seems to throw it in my face months later. Not just Alex Jones, it's people over the internet saying that government can manipulate the weather. And it's, I don't know if you want to believe that or not. Either way, the timing, I guess it's hurricane season, I don't know. But buckle up, people in Florida. It's in the Gulf, it's on the west side. And it's heading east. Can you imagine after all that? My God. And but nobody get hit like North Carolina. That stuff is heartbreaking. And we're going to talk about how FEMA is getting in the way, like most government agencies do. But before we do that, let's get back to Butler. After a shocking assassination attempt that brought the specter of political violence to an already tense White House campaign, 2024 Republican presidential nominee and former president, why don't you mention that, Donald Trump returned to the crime scene Saturday to deliver a defiant speech declaring, and I quote, "I will never yield, not even in the face of death itself. Hey, where's my Diet Coke? I'll kill somebody." No. His remarks represented yet another dramatic moment in a toss-up race. It is not a toss-up race. It isn't. It don't believe that shit. That doesn't mean she can't win, because they're going to steal it anyways. I'll say it again. They try to kill him twice. But don't believe these poll numbers. I was listening to Tucker Carlson, and who's brilliant, by the way. He's on the road. He does these live things. I listened to him for 45 minutes. I haven't listened to all of it. The most eloquent guy I've ever heard in my life. But internal polling, and like he said, internal polling has no incentive. Those are the ones you can believe because they don't get out to the public. Internal polling on both sides, by the way, Dem and Republican, have Trump up. And the ones that you read in public, those are always weighted towards Democrats. In other words, they ask more Democrats for their opinions. I don't know why that is, but that's how it's like everything else. It's crooked. Anyways, they say another dramatic moment in a toss-up race, which they want you to believe, and it scares me they're going out of the way to make you believe that. Tells me they're up to something. Anyways, it has American voters on edge. Anyways, Mr. Trump went back to where he was shot. I don't know who came up with this opening for him, but it's brilliant. Let's take a look at what he said. Sounds like me in Salt Lake City after my last joke. Standing ovation, the whole club, not a couple. Did I tell you that, Dallas?
Lee, thank you very much, really, and thank you a very
Liberace.
big thank you to Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying...
Oh, my God. Whoever wrote that should be blown. Maybe it's a girl. I'll blow it. What?
I am your voice.
How beautiful is that? Can you imagine? I just said to Dallas, can you imagine how he turned that way and got caught one in the forehead? Can you imagine? I'm joking. Obviously, he's my boy. I'm just saying that would have been, that's right out of, that would be too much. Yeah. Anyways. And he went on to say this. With some music, by the way.
Exactly 12 weeks
music.
ago this evening on this very ground, a cold-blooded assassin aimed to silence me and to silence the greatest movement, MAGA, in the history of our country. MAGA.
Speaking of great movements, you see what I left in the toilet?
We love MAGA.
We love MAGA.
For 16 harrowing seconds during the gunfire, time stopped as this vicious monster unleashed pure evil from his sniper's perch, not so far away. But by the hand of Providence and the grace of God, that villain did not succeed in his goal.
Yes, sir.
He goes back there, right? He's got Elon Musk with him. There he is. Anybody who's smart, J.D. Vance, bigger crowd this time, so stick it up your ass. The left has to be shitting their pants. Again, maybe they're not because they've already got it planned to steal it.
Yeah, Kyle was getting updates. There was a 2-mile long wait to try to get into the rally.
No, that was my show, Salt Lake City. You're confusing the two. 2 mile long wait to get into Butler. How about the people that sat behind? By the way, that's bulletproof glass. Thank you, Democrats. We had nothing to do with it. Suck a bag of dicks. You're trying to pin this on Iran, and everybody knows it's you. It was you. Those who want to stop us have slandered me, he said, impeached me, indicted me, tried to throw me off the ballot, and who knows, maybe even try to kill me, Trump said Saturday. We love killing. Noting that Election Day is now only a month away, less than that. Can you believe it? Trump attacked. Listen to this. Again, I got this out, I think, USA Today, just to show you how the jerk-offs report it. Trump attacked migrants. No, what he did was speak the truth about illegal immigrants. See that language? That language has it's subtle, but it's been used for 30, 40 years now, has brainwashed a lot of people. Attacked migrants? First of all, he didn't attack anybody, and they're not migrants. They're illegal, so fuck off. And pledged mass deportations, hammered the Biden administration's hurricane response, lauded running mate J.D. Vance's debate performance. Oh, anything wrong with any of this? Protested the many investigations of his conduct, bragged. You guys can't help yourself who write this shit. Bragged about what he said are good poll numbers, again, just stating facts, and criticized what he called the very corrupt political establishment. Those are in quotes. How can you argue with any of that? It's so clear. I don't know what's going to happen, regardless of how it ends or whatever. But the Dems, there'll be chaos, which will come from who? Them. Like when he won last time. On Inauguration Day, they burned a limousine and they were causing all kinds of shit. That's chaos. They bring it. I've been saying that for 4 years. You're like children, you people that vote the other way. You vote for the left. You don't care. You don't care about this country. You just want your team to win. Our team good, their team bad. And that's where it stops. You don't give a fuck. You're stupid. There, I said it. Oh, let's move on. Go ahead.
Make me a sandwich. Make me a fucking sandwich.
What would you like on it, Bubba? Make me a goddamn sandwich segment tonight. Vice President Kamala Harris appeared to have no idea what to say when her teleprompter seemingly stopped working. She made Biden look like he was a star from Second City Improv in Chicago. Seemingly stopped working near the beginning of her speech at a Michigan campaign rally with the video going viral on social media. They can't even do the teleprompter right. They can't run a teleprompter. And by God, she needs it. Political strategist Greg Price said the vice president turned into a floundering mess until the teleprompter came back on. Boy, you must be a detective, Greg. I couldn't have picked that up. I know what it's like. I've read off teleprompters that have paused, but see, I'm a comedian. Like when I was doing a show down in Florida for a bunch of, that's the one where I backed into the cop car. I forget the name of it. The Roney family owns it. God, my memory's so bad. Anyways, the Roneys that own the Steelers, it was there. It was great. Anyways, the first time I played there, the sound went out 5 minutes into my act. So what did I do? I know that's different than the teleprompter, but I fucking put down the microphone and I winged it. I worked the audience until the sound came back on. But you can literally, as this guy says, tell the moment the teleprompter goes off. He says, laughing my fucking ass off. She did what they tell you to do in acting class when you forget a line. So you just repeat what the last actor said to you until you can think of it. It's sort of a Meisner technique, but this proves how dumb she is. No ability to talk on her feet. Does that translate into being able to be flexible on the fly and get shit done? No, it doesn't. So watch stupid here.
Remember his number? 32.
Whose number?
Today we got 32 days until the election.
Why is that funny? Are you high? Look, it's out now. It goes down. Look at her.
So 32 days. 32 days.
Keep saying it.
Okay,
whore.
we got some business to do. All right. 32 days. And we know we will do it. And this is going to be a very tight race until the very end.
Unlike your snack.
This is going to be a very tight race until the very end. We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
You know you're a fucking mumbling, stuttering little fuck. You know that?
Is Joe Pesci the best of? Did you see that ability not to improv? Yeah. How many more things can they do wrong to prove that she should get 0 electoral votes, 0 popular votes? We know that won't happen because there's so many stupid people. A lot of my friends in show business, that surprise me. But again, they just want to win. Doesn't matter. She's retarded. Almost as retarded as the guy, if you look to the right-hand corner down below, Humpty Dumpty. Look at it. Somebody's holding up a cheeseburger, or he's dreaming of the McRib sandwich. Look at him. Fucking fat fuck you. Anyways, how much more can she demonstrate that she's not qualified? One of the things you have to do to be a leader is to be able to change on the fly, be flexible. They said there was a little bit of poo-poo in her pants after. Just a couple rabbit nuggets. What is the matter with me? Nothing. Nothing at all. All right, let's lighten up. That was a little bit of politics. We have to talk about college football. I think, look, most of you guys are conservative or lean right. So, and you say in the emails that you like this shit. An upsetting weekend. Vanderbilt. That's right, Vanderbilt. Stunning upset of number 1 Alabama. I'll say that again. Vanderbilt beat number 1 Alabama. Led to crazed fans marching the goalposts through the streets of Nashville. It was just another appetizer. Appetizer? Who are you, from Boston? It was an appetizer. I had the clams. I had the pasta. And 2 vodka tonics, and I got my car and drowned a bitch. There is Vanderbilt. Folks, I don't know if you know the significance of this. That was their first win against a top 5 team ever in 60-something years, or the history of the, whatever. Yep. That's how big it was. And fun fact, a buddy told me, who's an Alabama fan, because he lives in Alabama, I think that might be the quarterback right there. I don't know. The quarterback for Vanderbilt has been a 3-touchdown underdog 3 times in his life. I don't know if they're all in college or what, but he's won all 3 of them. That is friggin' crazy. So speaking of crazy, they went nuts after the game, like you're supposed to.
The hyperbole is done. Now we can finally play the game. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman. Intercepted by Teague. George Teague.
I had to get that in there. So the fans went nuts, tore down the goalposts, and took them for a ride later that night down Broadway or wherever. Excuse me. I remember staying right next to Vanderbilt. I was doing a Nashville Comedy Club, one of the clubs there. Beautiful school. Let's take a look, shall we?
Absolute pandemonium in Nashville afterwards. Look at this. Students tore down the goalposts, and then those goalposts went for a ride. They paraded them down Broadway, and they eventually ended up in the Cumberland River. Nashville Fire Department had to go in and fish them out later. Oh my goodness. They didn't sleep all night. You know that.
That's fucking beautiful.
4 teams, listen to this, wasn't just Alabama who shit the bed. 4 teams ranked in the top 11 in the latest poll were upset by unranked teams. That's what's amazing. Saturday, the first team that happened on a single day, the first time that's happened on a single day since the topsy-turvy 2007 season that ended with LSU becoming the only 2-loss champion in the BCS or college football playoff era. Vanderbilt got it started by knocking off the Crimson Tide, 40-35. Tennessee lost to Arkansas. Tennessee was ranked. They weren't. Washington beat Michigan. Is that Michigan's second loss? Didn't they lose another? First one. Minnesota beat USC, who was number 11. Texas A&M smacked the living shit out of Mizzou. Mizzou was 6th, ranked 6th. Texas A&M was like 25th, or in the 20s. Kicked the shit out of them. I mean, this marked the first time, listen to this, 2 SEC teams ranked in the top 5 lost to unranked conference opponents on the same day. And it was the first time since September 29 of 2007 that 4 teams ranked in the top 11 lost to unranked teams on the same day.
So yeah, stand corrected. Michigan does now have 2 losses. Their first loss was to Texas.
That's right. Texas fucking beat them silly. Texas right now. But something tells me Ohio State. Ohio State, they say they have a $20 million roster because of the NIL shit. I saw a commercial during one of the games for a fucking obscure defensive back. But it was a local commercial for whatever team I was watching. It's crazy. I don't know if it's good or bad, but whatever. The culmination of losses sent a major ripple throughout the national rankings, particularly in the AP poll top 25 following week 6. It's week 6 already. Oh my God. Where previously top-ranked Alabama fell to number 7, while the Volunteers of Tennessee slipped to 8, and Mizzou tumbled from 6 to 21. Hope you didn't break your neck on that fall. Texas Longhorns assumed the top spot in the poll. I like to see them in Ohio State bangheads. Moving up 1 slot to match its position in the USLBM coaches poll. So what a weekend there. My God. How do you sum up a rivalry between Michigan and Ohio State? Well, it's about not liking somebody since about 1939. Keith Jackson used to say, the poet.
And this weekend we've got Texas and Oklahoma Red River rivalry.
Red River rivalry. Ooh, that's what we used to call it. My wife had her heavy day.
Oh, it gets better though. Ohio State, Oregon, both undefeated.
Yes, Saturday night at 7:30. I memorized that commercial. 2 versus 3. Yep. Oh my God.
Then we got Ole Miss and LSU.
Oh, this is football porn, folks. Yep. Hey, for those of you guys watching this show right now on Mug Club, stick around for the second half of this show. The rest of you got to go bye-bye. Unless you go to nickdip.com and sign up for Mug Club, and then you'll get this entire show. Steven Crowder's whole show. Alex Jones is on the network. Brian Callen, very funny show. All kinds of stuff. Not to mention that of undercover team that's broken 2 national stories, and according to my boss, sitting on a couple more. So all that, it's worth it. So you go to Nick Di Paolo. While you're there, click on the tour button up there. You'll see that November 9th, Bridgeview Center Theater, Ottumwa, Iowa. Ottumwa, Iowa, Bridgeview Center Theater, November 9th. Be there or be queer. It's going to be great. I can't wait to go there. I just spent a lot of money on a social media company. Yeah. If it doesn't work, I'm going to come.
You made that sound like you bought a social media company.
I did. Pretty good deal. 12.5. 400 employees in India. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, also, if you stick around second half of the show, I'll tell you why FEMA is the most hated government agency right now, and why video games are a plus for your kids. At least I think so. All right? All right.
Hi. Good night, everybody.